Oh my gosh, hi babe. Welcome to Cloud9 Cosmetics. Well, it's really just a makeup counter, if I'm being honest, but you know, we've got budget mascara, lip gloss that smells like cotton candy, but somehow old pennies do. And well, me. I'm Cheyenne, nice to meet you. Okay, well, are you ready to get glam? Good. Cause like, even if you weren't, I'd still probably start brushing your face. Kidding. Not really. So yeah, I mean, just relax, okay? I'll do everything. You just sit there like a queen waiting for your crown, okay? I mean, your skin is already great. I mean, if I had your skin, I'd walk around barefaced. Like, hi peasants. But you know, since I don't, I just wear concealer like I'm hiding from the FBI. Don't tell Bo that. Anyway, okay, first, I'm just gonna put down, I'm just gonna start you off with a little base. Don't worry, I won't kick it on like Amy tried last week. She was all like, Cheyenne, give me the drama. So I gave her the drama. Then like, she looked in the mirror and said, not that much drama. I'm just like, girl, you asked for drama, so I gave you a telenovela. I gave you full-on Telemundo. Whatever, she's like 40 something, so she doesn't understand. Oh my gosh, but speaking of drama, Glenn, he's like our store supervisor. He asked me the other day if bronzer is like brown blush. Like, technically, but also I don't call it that, Glenn. He sometimes says things that make me want to laugh and cry and call HR all at once. Okay. So just a little blendy. See, it's not scary at all. Yeah. Okay. So, like yesterday, Sandra tripped at aisle 7, like fully face planted into the tower of paper towels. Yeah, I mean, everybody like laughed. Yeah, Tina didn't help. She just stood there with her clipboard like, well, this is what happens when you're weak. I was like, wow, motivational speaker much. Yeah. And then, of course, we had Garrett. He was always on like the loudspeaker announcing how there's a spell cleanup on aisle 7. Except, honestly, he just started rambling and narrating Sandra crawling out of the paper towels like it was National Geographic. I almost peed. Yeah. Mateo tried to be all like, Cheyenne, you should take this seriously. And then 5 minutes later, he spilled coffee on a customer's coupon binder. Karma works fast, bitch. Okay. I'm going to go and give your lips some color. You know, not too wild. Unless you want wild. Well, I have this shade. It's called Volcanic Desire. honestly, he kind of pulled it off. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget sometimes. Bo is my husband. Yeah. I don't know, he really pulled it off. Kind of like in a this man shouldn't be allowed near Sephora kind of way. But still. Okay. Pucker up. I mean, speaking of Bo, he's been on this kick lately where he says he wants to be a beauty influencer. I don't know, he films himself putting on Axe body spray and he says, "What's up, fam? Here's my routine." And I was like, babe, that's not your fam. I'm your fam. You're embarrassing. But you know what? I still hyped him up because love is blind and also deaf and sometimes straight up stupid. Okay. You know, sometimes when I'm here doing the customer's makeup, I think about my daughter. Yeah, I mean, I was a teen mom, but you know, at least I got my body bounced back really quick, so I heard that's a plus. Yeah, my daughter, Harmonica, like, I just think about, will she grow up to be like a makeup artist or like a president or both even, you know, like president by day, contour queen by night. I mean, to be honest, last week she put lipstick all over her forehead and I was like, that's a choice. But she did get some on her lips. And you know what Bo said? He said that she gets it from me. That's so romantic. Yeah, so I feel like she might have a secret talent in makeup. Sorry, let me... Sorry. I just cry sometimes when I think about her. But like cute crying, okay? Not like mascara in my mouth crying. Okay. Well, now that I've got this, I can go ahead and put your blush on you. So like, do you like to follow beauty trends online? I feel like half of them are like stupid. Like on TikTok. TikTok is like this new app. You should really get on it. There's like videos of girls making the most stupid makeup tips. Like I once saw a girl, she was saying like cover your whole face in glue and then peel it off for clear skin. I was like, no bitch, I tried that in 6th grade. It does not work. Yeah. My mom walked in, saw me with the Elmer's glue all over me, and well, let's just say she looked at me different since that day. Oh, and like those eyebrow lamination videos. I tried it once on Sandra. Her brows looked like they were in a wind tunnel. She thanked me though. I mean, Sandra thanks you for anything. If I stabbed her, she'd be like, thanks, Cheyenne. I'm sorry for being in your way. You know? Yeah. And then Glenn walked by asking if highlighter is just like shiny flour. And I said, no, Glenn. But if it was, you'd be a biscuit. I swear, maybe with Valentine's Day coming up, he's maybe thinking of getting Jewish or something. I don't know, though. You know, Bo told me that he's saving up to buy me this, like, mega palette online. easier to use. But he said that sometimes I could use it to like do my Pilates on. And I was like, babe, that's really thoughtful, but I'll get splinters, you know, like. But you know what? At least he's trying, you know. Sometimes he sings to harmonica while I'm working late. It's off key, sure, but she laughs, and I'm like, yeah, that's our family. A mess, but kind of adorable. I think that's enough blush. Okay, so like, you don't really talk much. I'm carrying the entire conversation. But that's okay. So like celebrities, I mean, some of them look worse than I do on a Monday shift. I once saw this actress on Instagram who like smeared bronzer on like it was war paint. Yeah, people in the comments were like, she's reinventing beauty, but I was like, no, she's reinventing raccoon cosplay. Meanwhile, here at Cloud9, corporate cut our budget for samples. Yeah, if you can believe it. So now, if customers ask for a sample, I just hand them a post-it note and say, you smell that? Yeah. They usually do. That's the wild part, but it's just not the same as like the real deal. Yeah. But I mean, the good news is that we can just recycle the post-it notes afterwards, so that's nice. Mateo got mad at me once because I was using the tester on myself, and I was like, okay, beauty, please, like, relax. It's literally lipstick. It's not like rock solid gold or anything. Okay, I'm gonna put mascara on you now. You know what? Sometimes I think about how makeup is like armor. Like you put it on and suddenly you're just not you. You know, you could be like Beyonce's cousin at a wedding. Or like a hot vampire from a CW show. Yeah, but also it's just makeup, so if it smears, you know, who cares? Yeah. Except for one time I smeared Amy's eyeliner and she like was not happy the rest of the day. She cried, and not like sad cries, like actual tears. Like she was saying how she looked like the Joker, and I said, yeah, but like at least you look like the hot emo Joker. Gosh, she's just too little to understand, but she forgave me, so it's all good. Anyway, all that to say, just remember you don't need all of this armor, okay? But it is fun, okay? And fun is worth it. And fun makes me not think about how long I have left in my shift. Okay. Almost finished. Okay, just gonna add the finishing touches. I'm just gonna add a little bit of highlighter, you know, so you kind of glow like you have a walking ring light around you at all times. Yeah. Honestly, you're like super pretty. Not just like cute selfie pretty, but like people are gonna stop you at the mall to ask you what serum you use on your skin pretty. Yeah. And you'll just tell them Cloud9 serum, only $6.99, and let them know that Shy at the beauty counter helped you. And if anyone tries to insult your look, just remember that Sandra thinks falling into paper towels is an Olympic sport, so people's opinions are trash. Okay, last final strokes. You look gorgeous. Done, and we're done. See, you look amazing. Honestly, you could walk out and be like, oh, this, well, I just rolled out of bed. And people would cry. Because bed doesn't do that. Anyway, thanks for hanging with me, bitch. I love doing makeup, but mostly I love talking. Like, clearly. So if you ever want to come back, even if it's just to like gossip, do it. Please do it. Cloud9's literally always open, so I mean, unless Marcus is at the doors holding them closed, because he thinks it's funny sometimes. But we always have Tina to, you know, tackle him down. Okay, bye. Stay flawless and stay weird and just stay away from our samples until next month. Yeah, we're kind of in like a budgeting issue, okay? Alright, I love you. Bye-bye. Bye, bitch.